Dome Sports Talk, worldwide, with the news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, somebody tells Floyd Mayweather to put the brakes on that TBE status. For those that know, that's the best ever. Floyd Mayweather likes to call himself that, and he has a good argument. At least that. Now, no matter if some people are on the Floyd Mayweather bandwagon and a whole heap of them are not. I think he has way more haters than he does the people who think that he was the best ever or close to it, right? But I think Floyd Mayweather has an argument. Not only the undefeated status, but how he dominated, went up weight divisions, and he wasn't even in many close fights. And when you look up to the lead up to most of those fights from Floyd Mayweather, those people were formidable. The one who was supposed to beat him and the one that could beat him, and he didn't make it close. A lot of them weren't close. Floyd Mayweather was so good that he'd get hit in a round a time or two, and most of the time if he got hit in that round a time or two, he would lose that round because people were so excited that he got hit. I could even remember even Shane Mosley round when he got hit by Shane Mosley. A lot of people don't really look at the whole round. Mayweather came back and dominated that round, right? So it's really hard. I see videos up, the 5 times Floyd Mayweather got rocked. Think about it. A dude had a 19-year career. You got the nerve to make a video about when he was rocked. Really? So that just tells you how good the man was. His defense, his statistics, his punches landed per punches being hit are way far and away the best ever. And so he has an argument. And I'm not talking about the things outside of the ring. Because that's what we do sometimes. We say, hey, the best boxers. Then we start talking about, especially with Muhammad Ali, the things outside of the ring. We weren't talking about that. We're talking about just in the ring. When we start talking about outside of the ring, then Floyd Mayweather's TBE status goes up even higher. So let's keep it in the ring. If we go outside of the ring, nobody got close to the money he made. Not even when you talk way back in the day. We'll take the inflation away. There's nobody making those kind of digits that Floyd Mayweather made. So he has an argument for TBE. And there shouldn't be too many people arguing with him. Like they get in the room, I always tell you guys, they get in the room and argue. There ain't supposed to be too many people in that room arguing about who is the best ever. Lennox Lewis is in there. He got a membership card. He has a real good argument about that. And the guy who said Floyd ain't TBE, because he is, Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. does not believe that Floyd Mayweather is TBE. He thinks he is. And he has an argument. Anybody that thinks don't know what I'm talking about is very young. And you probably didn't live through it. Right? So you gotta go watch highlights and you can at least catch up. But remember this, those people in those highlights were very highly touted. It's not an inflated resume. He made very good fighters look ordinary. I'm talking about James Toney was #1 pound for pound when Floyd went up from 154 to 160 to take care of him. And that was not easy to do. And other things. Putting his hands behind his back and knocking the guy out. That guy was basically embarrassed. But at that time, who that was? That was the #1 ranked guy. It's a lot of things. Floyd Mayweather, but I mean Roy Jones Jr. did a lot of things. And he said, compare my highlights to Floyd Mayweather's and you will see. He has a very good argument. Roy Jones Jr. has a very good argument here. He's the wow factor is higher than anybody's. That's why I say, when I have my favorite fighter of all time, it would be Roy Jones Jr. My favorite heavyweight of all time is Lennox Lewis. But Roy Jones Jr. had the wow factor going for him. I would put him against anybody and in or around his weights. Now, the guy started at 154-pound weight division. And, we know he did middleweight, went up to super middleweight, went up to light heavyweight, getting titles in those divisions. And then we know he went up to got the WBA title in the heavyweight division. That's never been done. It's unprecedented. Not going to barely be done again anyway. Now, some people try to, John Ruiz wasn't that, good of a heavyweight. Well, he had the WBA title. None of these new things is trying to get through the back door, like the IBO title coming through the back door right now, as we speak, trying to act like they're another sanctioning body, which would give us 5. We don't need that one. Come through the back door. Their biggest title holder, I would say, would be Chris Eubank Jr., for example. IBO titleist, that one don't count. In the WBA, they didn't have that regular title back in the day. Regular title, which really is not. They got a super champion, which means he's the real champion, but they got the nerve to make a regular and interim. These regular title holders get props, like Ruslan Shakaev. You can't tell nobody in Uzbekistan that he wasn't a heavyweight champion. He was the regular champion. And Lucas Brown was going to be the first heavyweight champion in Australian history. Now, what title did he win? Shakaev's, the regular title, which is not even really won. But they can say it. They say it in a heartbeat, right? So that wasn't that back in the day. To win the WBA heavyweight title back in the day, Ja Rule had it, and your boy Roy Jones went up there and handled that business. Now, the difference is here, Roy Jones, we all know it, is fighting way too long. People who've seen him in his heyday, really, we cringe when we see him. He's going to fight coming up soon, and I ain't watching it. I don't even watch. Last one's a long time ago, since he's been knocked out by Dennis Lebedev. We knew when you go up to heavyweight and you come back down all the way, skip cruiserweight, went all the way back down to light heavyweight, messing with Antonio Tarver, losing that muscle mass. That's when you probably should have stopped. So when you're talking TBE, this is where Floyd Mayweather will shine, right? He left at the right time. There wasn't no close fights, and people don't have visions of him being knocked out all the time. But when you're talking prime, and if we're going to give Mike Tyson, we used to say Mike Tyson, prime Mike Tyson will beat everybody, right? So then we're going to have to say prime Roy Jones Jr. because his prime was longer anyway. And Roy Jones Jr., he's the only one of the only guys you can gripe about when they talk about Floyd Mayweather being TBE. So what Roy say, I'm rolling with Roy on this one. Look at his highlights with Floyd Mayweather, and he has a legitimate gripe. But I'm telling you this is the last thing I'm going to say about it. These are definitely some dudes that's going to be in we're going to argue about who's the best ever room. All three of these cats. Lennox Lewis, Roy Jones Jr., and your boy Floyd Mayweather. It's a few other ones, but they definitely supposed to be in that room. Dome Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.